This is my fight prediction for Teofimo versus Jamaine Ortiz. That fight will be on February 8th in Las Vegas. It's going to be a title fight at 140. This is Jamaine Ortiz' first fight at 140. I feel like it'll be a very good fight. Teofimo going to come out. He's not going to jab as much as he used to. I feel like he'll try to go to the body on Jamaine Ortiz. I feel like Jamaine Ortiz is probably going to be a little taller, but they're going to be around the same size as far as body type. Jamaine Ortiz is still a little slightly bigger, but they'll still be around the same size. It won't be too much of a difference. But I feel like Teofimo going to try to work from the inside just as much as the outside, but he's going to try to creep in more and try to fight on the inside. He's not going to try to stand in front of Jamaine Ortiz and try to jab with him. A lot of times in the past, he's jabbed a lot. Like in the Kambosos fight, he was jabbing early on, but after he got knocked down, he's kind of he went away from the jab. He kind of went to just trading shots, countering, picking his spots because he didn't want to try to get knocked down. When he was jabbing early, he was kind of leaving himself out there for shots, opening up too much, and he was really like he wasn't basically he had his timing down. Kambosos did after a while, and he really couldn't do anything. He couldn't change rhythm. So I feel like in this fight, he's gonna do a lot more different things as far as change his rhythm and not stand in front of Jamaine Ortiz or get hit. Because Ortiz, he fights similar to Teofimo Lopez, but Ortiz, he jabs a lot more, but he doesn't really throw too many big power punches in between as much as Teofimo Lopez does. I feel like he throws a lot more hooks to the body, hooks upstairs, especially like a left hook to set up the right hand. So a lot of times he'll do that. I feel like in this fight, Teofimo Lopez would be better off kind of going with that kind of style instead of using the jab like he's done, because a lot of times he does like the jab and it works a lot, but at times when he fights his best, he's not really constantly jabbing. He's kind of saving up his energy and picking and choosing his spots. When he chooses when to have like calculated power as far as calculated aggression, knowing when to throw a power punch and when not to, I feel like that's when Teofimo Lopez fights his best. So that's basically as far as with Jamaine Ortiz, his hands is real low sometimes. So that's gonna be kind of like the battle because both of those guys, they have their hands low in the fight. But it seems as times when they're trading, Ortiz will kind of leave his hands low a lot more than what than Teofimo Lopez. So I feel like Teofimo Lopez will have the edge as far as defense because he moves his head around and he's off the line a little bit more. I feel like Ortiz's defense is not really good. His offense is good, but his defense isn't really as good as, in my eyes, it's not good. Maybe that was just a one fight thing or a couple of fights, but from what I've seen, as far as for this fight, I don't think it's good. So if I had to go with that's probably my answer on that. But I feel like Ortiz definitely can have the edge as far as his jab and punching in between punches, because a lot of times Teofimo Lopez, he does punches wide and leaves himself open. So a lot of times they do the same thing, but Ortiz, he kind of has a rhythm, so you can kind of see what he's doing. But when he punches to the body, a lot of times what helps Jamaine Ortiz out is he goes to the body a lot. And he's very dangerous with that. He jabs the whole fight. Doesn't really slow down. But I feel like Teofimo, if he can throw a big punch, he can catch him and knock him down or possibly knock him out. He gonna be the biggest puncher that he's faced so far. Teofimo will be for Jamaine Ortiz. But I feel like if he could throw a big right hand and kind of catch him, he can kind of knock him out. If he can set up the hook, left hook with a big right hand, I feel like Teofimo can drop Jamaine Ortiz with a right hand. But he'll have to try to pick spots because I feel like Lomachenko did a good job as far as finding when punch at Jamaine Ortiz as far as when he moved around and moved his head around. So I feel like if Teofimo can do that, even though he's a different kind of puncher, I feel like he's accurate when he throws punches, but he has to be able to be comfortable with it. If he's not jabbing as much, which I think he won't be, I feel like he'll be able to win the fight. But he has to be aggressive. If he's not aggressive, if he's thinking a lot and Jamaine Ortiz is being aggressive, really going to the body, that's going to be difficult on Teofimo Lopez. Especially if Teofimo tries to come out aggressive like he did before and he goes down, and then that'll kind of change how he fights. But I feel like he'll come out patient, but it won't be like too fast. It'll kind of be like how he was against Comey. He'll come out like that. I don't know if he'll get a for sure knockout. You know what I'm saying? That's something that I feel like he can knock him down. I feel like he has enough power to do it. I feel like he has enough confidence to do it right now. I feel like he can knock Jamaine Ortiz down, but he has to be aggressive. I predict a knockdown possibly with Teofimo Lopez. I feel like he can knock Jamaine Ortiz down, but he'll possibly go 12 rounds. But I definitely think he'll get a knockdown. Because I think sometimes Jamaine Ortiz, later on in the fight, he'll get a little antsy, a little, his stamina will get low. Even though his stamina is very good, it's kind of like he'll open himself up for certain things. But he's aggressive throughout the whole fight, though. He's punching throughout the whole fight, so it's kind of hard to pick against him because he'll be the most aggressive guy throughout the whole fight, and he'll be patient, consistent, accurate. It won't be easy to punch him. He's going to be low the whole time, and even when he look like he's going backwards, he's going forward at the same time. So it's kind of hard to dictate whether he's being aggressive or can you really go in and try to stop him or anything else. So, but with Teofimo Lopez, I feel like that's definitely it's gonna be a good time for him right now. I feel like when his back is against the wall, he fights the best. When he has things going on, but when he's like the front runner and the favorite, even though he's the champion, when he's like the clear cut front runner, that's when he's like kind of. That's when things get a little shaky, but I feel like right now his mind is good to where he'll be able to pull it off. But Jamaine Ortiz is dangerous, though. I don't know. Because I wanted to go with Jamaine Ortiz in this fight. The reason I wasn't going with Jamaine Ortiz is because just the things I've seen with him dropping his head low a lot of times when guys throw punches. Instead of him having some kind of different kind of mechanism as far as moving his head around or dodging the left hand coming at him. Because if you punch towards his shoulder, all he does is bend down and you can kind of drop him like that. But he moves the same way every time when he kind of moving away from punches. So I don't know if Teofimo can kind of figure that out, then that'll be kind of dangerous. But in my mind, I feel like he can figure it out. If he can't, then this prediction will be wrong. But I feel like he'll be able to do that if he's a high level boxer, like everyone say he is, and like I feel like he is. But other than that, I feel like him and Jamaine Ortiz is neck and neck in most of the things. They do most of the same things. But to kind of this is kind of a hard pick, you know what I'm saying? They mostly do mostly the same things. Hands are low. They throw a jab. I just don't feel like Teofimo is gonna jab as much. And Teofimo has a little more power. But this is at 140 though. So we can't really tell. But I feel like Teofimo got more power, so that's kind of gonna help him in the fight. Even though Jamaine Ortiz jab is gonna help him a lot. I don't feel like he'll be able to do anything about the power though, in the exchanges and different things like that. But that's all I got though. Like and subscribe.